Good evening, everyone. This is Wendy Decker. I am passionate about health, wellness, and holiness. And in this presentation, I want to talk about CBD. CBD has been a hype. It's the rage. You go everywhere. You go into the health stores, and there's so many CBD oils and products on the shelf. And because of the bad rap that marijuana had, that the word cannabis has, a lot of people are not taking advantage of the great benefits of CBD. And so in this presentation, I want to talk about the different things, answer some questions about CBD. I'm going to talk about what it is, and some of the things you need to know to be able to get the right product, use the right product, know how to use it, and make a decision if this is something that you want to use. In the end, I'm going to talk as well about some investing as well. So don't panic, it's organic. Amazing. What is CBD? Let me get this out of the way. CBD stands for cannabidiol, which is a compound found in the hemp plant. As we talk about CBD, about the plant, it coming from an herb, I'm reminded of Ezekiel 47:12 in the Bible. It says what? The fruit trees of all kinds will grow on both banks of the river. Their leaves will not wither, nor will their fruit fail. Every month they will bear fruit because the water from the sanctuary flows to them. This is the important part here. Their fruit will serve for food and their leaves for healing. God intends that the leaves of trees and herbs to be used for our healing. And if you or your ancestors from any continent other than North America, you know about herbs. Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, you name it. We all have grown on herbs. We know of our older people finding different herbs and boiling or mashing or crushing for all kinds of sicknesses and diseases. And so herbs is not new if you're outside of North America. If you're from North America, you will know that really it's pharmaceuticals that you use for healing. But you and I know there are many side effects of those pharmaceuticals, but they do their work. I'm not giving it a bad rap. They do their work to get something acute. They save lives, but they also have some side effects. And so we want to look at this CBD and really see what it is. Newsflash. One of the biggest things I come up against, the CBD, it's cannabis, and so it's marijuana. It's going to go against my faith, my beliefs. I can't use it. I get that. Newsflash, hemp is not marijuana. CBD is not marijuana. Cannabis has two forms, two different plants, the hemp plant and the marijuana plant. Extracts from the marijuana are high in a compound called THC. And THC is the thing in the marijuana that gets you high. THC is also the compound that when you do a blood test, urine test, it's found in there, you come up as being positive for marijuana, is the THC. And so the marijuana plant is very high in that. However, it's low in CBD. It has some CBD, which is cannabidiol, and CBD works with healing in our body. And so the marijuana extract is intoxicating, you get high. That's what that plant does. It is a cannabis plant, it's a type of cannabis, a form of cannabis. But cannabis also has hemp. Hemp is another plant. It is cannabis, but it's not marijuana. The hemp plant is low in the THC, which is the thing that gets you high, but very high in CBD, which is the thing that helps your body to heal itself naturally. It does not intoxicate, it does not get you high. And so we want to clear that. Hemp is not marijuana, CBD is not marijuana. Even the looks of the plants are different. You look at the hemp plant on the left, you look at the marijuana plant on the right. A little similar, but there is a slight difference in the plants. So the plants have their differences as well. To bring it to perspective, if you think of citrus fruits, citrus has lemons and oranges and limes and grapefruit, but you have sweet citrus and you have sour things. So an orange, which is going to be sweet, is citrus. Lemon, which is sour, is also citrus. But we don't say that the orange is a lemon. There's citrus, but it's two different types of citrus. Similarly with cannabis, you have cannabis indica, cannabis sativa, cannabis ruderalis, three different types individually. But if you group them into types of cannabis, you have the hemp and marijuana, two different things. So that's something you need to get clear and just bump that bit, put it aside. Hemp is not marijuana, CBD is not marijuana. Now, some terms you may hear and you need to know and understand. And the other thing is hemp seed oil is not hemp oil or CBD oil. Two different things. I know one family member, when I told her, you know what, I have discovered this CBD oil, I want you to try it because she has some health challenges. And she said to me, oh, I have a big bottle of that hemp seed oil in my fridge a long time ago. It's the same thing. And she tried to argue with me, it's the same thing. But it's not. Hemp seed oil, and if you look at the name, you see the seed in the middle, is extracted only from the seeds of the hemp plant. So it's hemp seed oil, the oil from the seeds alone. Really good, nothing is wrong with it, excellent. It's rich in nutrients, rich in fatty acid, rich in the omegas, omega 3, 6, 9, and so, rich in other bioactive compounds. Excellent for skin and skin conditions, very helpful for the brain, like with the omegas, and for the heart. You would have heard about omegas. That's hemp seed oil. That is not hemp oil or CBD oil. Hemp oil or CBD oil is extracted from the whole hemp plant, while hemp seed oil is from the seeds alone. The CBD oil is coming from the whole plant. They use the stalk, the leaves, and the flowers to extract the oil from it. And that oil is high in CBD, cannabidiol, which is the one that helps the body to heal itself naturally. The extract from the hemp plant has some THC, but is very low, less than 0.3% in that oil. There are many other cannabinoids like CBD, but CBD and the THC are the biggest, the most popular ones and the most in quantity extracted from the hemp plant. And so we're looking at cannabinoids. Now there's a lot. There's more than 90 types that have been discovered from the hemp plant. And so we talked earlier, THC is psychoactive, it's going to make you high. CBD is not psychoactive, does not make you high. And there are three types of cannabinoids. You have phytocannabinoids that come from the plant, endocannabinoids that occur in our bodies naturally. We're going to talk about that later. And then there's a synthetic one that's made in a factory. And so this is a simple breakdown to show that there are different types. CBD, again, the biggest quantity inside of that extract, and it has special benefits, things that it has helped, that studies have shown it has helped to reduce and relieve, as well as individuals using it have reported relief in these different areas. Then there's individual cannabinoids that do certain things. For example, let's go to this 9-THC. Reduces the vomiting and nausea, relieves pain, stimulates appetite, suppresses muscle spasms. These are studies have shown that this has happened. The CBC inhibits cancer cell growth, promotes bone growth, reduces inflammation, relieves pain. This is different things that these things do and work in our bodies. Okay, so these are all cannabinoids extracted from the hemp plant. Now, something you'll hear about is full spectrum and isolate. What is this all about? When I say full spectrum CBD or isolate CBD. Full spectrum says that the oil you have is extracted from the complete plant. The stalk, the stems, the leaves, the seed. Full spectrum. Okay, everything there. And then there's isolate. The isolate is CBD only, has been isolated or extracted from the oil. Why do we need to do that? Remember earlier I said THC is the thing that gets you high. THC is also the thing when you take that blood test, urine test, and you've been tested for marijuana in your system. THC is the thing that flags for marijuana. So if people who are working have jobs that you're gonna get tested, drug testing done, you don't want any sign of that THC inside of the oil if you're gonna use it. And so the isolate has extracted all the THC and it's just CBD alone. So you get all these benefits of your bone growth and reducing these different functions and different conditions in your body. You get all of that without any trace of the THC. And again, it's good for people who have to be drug tested on jobs. So that's just called isolate. Full spectrum is everything. And when you use the full spectrum, you have what you call the entourage effect. All of these compounds work together for overall wellness of the human being and our pets too. Our pets use CBD as well. Our pets do. Okay. So now, what's going on in our body, and why does CBD has suddenly come up and is just this urgent craze? The human endocannabinoid system was discovered not long ago. Years and years ago, the medical profession did not know we had that system. You know, in our bodies, we have different systems. We have our GI system, we have our cardiac system, different systems going on in our body that help us to live and have being, right? But they discovered this endocannabinoid system in the body where we have CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors, and our bodies are producing a cannabinoid as well. And that is what goes around helping to repair itself naturally. And so these receptors were found in different areas of the body. Like these dots are just scattered all over our system. You have in the brain, the spinal cord, where you find CB1. You have all of these, the brain stem, right throughout the brain, you find them scattered. You have in the liver, in the ovaries, the uterus, the prostate, and stuff. And then you have CB1 and 2 appearing in certain other parts, in the eyes, the stomach, heart, pancreas, bones. We have that too, blood vessels. It's like scattered throughout the system. And it's just amazing that our creator thought of a system like this. So what happens when we use CBD oil, and like I tell persons, CBD oil does not fix any problem. CBD oil does not fix any health problems like that. It's not like a medication you drink and take and it fixes your problem. What it does, it comes in, and what is said is believed, is that it attaches to these receptors and, like in my layman term, I say strengthen them, help the receptors to work better, to produce more endocannabinoids so that it goes around the body, fixing and repairing itself naturally. It's also believed that it helps to maintain homeostasis, bring that balance, and so that our bodies become healthy and wealthy. And we achieve health and wellness. Okay, so here again, it shows it different targets. The CB1 targets our motor activity, our thinking, our memory, our perception of pain, feeling of pain. So when that CB1, kicks in and produces its cannabinoid, it helps to improve in these areas, helps to, reduce the perception of pain and feeling of pain. It works with the immune cells. The CB2 receptors, on the other hand, target different other areas. You see that skeletal muscle, bone, eyes, tumors, respiratory tract, the skin, the liver, all these areas. So that's what our system is. And that is why that also contributes to the understanding of this system, also contributes to the whole hype of the craze. It's going on, the excitement about CBD and the potential it has in the health and wellness industry. Again, how can it benefit? When we take the CBD, it works with these receptors, help it to do its job, and we find different relief. Persons have reported relief in these different areas because they're going through and just helping the body to repair itself naturally. Okay, some more benefits of using the oil. Again, we cannot, I am not a medical person, cannot make any promises or commitments that it does do any of these health and wellness, but I'm reporting from studies that have been done and what studies have been reported publicly. You find that in PubMed database, you have studies there from 2007 and before. Way back, studies were being done and they have different findings that show that the CBD oil has helped some people in different ways. Okay. Now, with everything that's out there, now we have an understanding of what CBD oil is, what CBD is, what the oil is, where it comes from, what it can do for us. We have to decide what we're going to buy, what we're going to get. And in doing that, I want to say, and this is the big thing, educate yourself. All CBD oils are not the same. You will go into the store and you're going to see a bottle or a container that's labeled CBD, but you have to learn to read your labels. I can't impress enough. Read the labels, look the labels, know what's inside that bottle, because the CBD industry is not yet regulated. And so we have things out there that what's on the label is not what's inside of the bottle. And so here I'm just sharing some labels of products I found online being sold as CBD, and you see what's inside. And here we can see, yes, in every serving, you have the raw hemp oil extract CBD, excellent. And then they have other ingredients in the container, in the bottle. You have hemp extract, which I assume would be from the whole plant. And then they also have something else in that bottle, MCT oil. MCT oil is coconut oil. There's some coconut oil in there. So it's not just pure hemp extract or hemp CBD oil. This one over here, hemp extract oil, that's the label, that's what's being sold. And we see, okay, it's a hemp extract aerial parts, and I'm thinking it's all parts of the plant. And you have some in there for every serving, excellent. Then we have other ingredients in the bottle. What are our other ingredients? MCT fractionated coconut oil, and then there's an organic chocolate mint flavor oil. What is that? Organic sunflower oil with some natural flavors. So inside of this bottle, it's not just hemp extract oil. You have coconut oil and sunflower oil inside here. Okay? Some more labels. Here is another one. This is a spray. Again, hemp oil is in there. Yes, there's some CBD in there. But you have other ingredients. What's the first one, main one? Glycerine. Glycerine is kosher. Then you have water. Then you have polysorbate 80, sunflower lecithin, peppermint oil, stevia leaf extract, and potassium sorbate. Yes, this is CBD oil on the label, but inside your bottle, you have more than that. You have some other stuff in there. And you have to decide, do I want CBD or do I want to have all these things? Sometimes I don't mind. Here is one. This is being sold as an adaptogenic hemp oil blend. And just be careful. When you see a blend, you want to know what's inside. What is it I am buying? And so here are the ingredients here. Cannabidiol is the CBD. Yes, that's in there. Excellent. But here is this blend, this formula that you also have in there with some things, I can't call some of these words, licorice root and mushroom, blue agave, maple syrup, and other ingredients, ethanol. You must decide, do you want to be putting ethanol in your body? All of these are health products. Nothing is wrong with them. Excellent health, have great benefits, right? But when you buy CBD oil, okay, so you know this is a blend. It's not just the hemp oil or CBD oil. You have other things in your bottle. Just know that. Now, when I went to Amazon, you go to Amazon, you just type in a search for CBD. A lot of products of hemp oil come up. A lot are being sold there, right? And I just extracted this one. This is one that's out there. It's public, right? Hemp extract, 30,000 milligrams. But I'm not sure what this means. 30,000 milligrams of what? I don't know what that was, right? And so I had a little doubt. I'm not sure what's happening there. And then there's a propriety. When I look, there's some kind of hemp extract and some other active ingredients. I'm seeing hemp oil is in there and excellent. But when I go to Amazon's policy, Amazon does not allow on their site or sale of any products containing CBD. See that there? And it's not, but including, but not limited to, any rich hemp oil containing CBD, any full spectrum hemp oil containing CBD, products that have been identified as containing CBD, right? Products with the THC that gets you high, products with hemp, cannabis. Once any of those products are in the bottle, Amazon does not approve for it to be sold on their site. So if you see something selling on Amazon's site, you can guarantee it does not have CBD inside of it, no matter what the label says, right? And that's something you need to know. So you will go online, you're going to see CBD, you're going to see hemp extract, you're going to see them at very, very reasonable prices. But what's inside? What really is inside your bottle? Now, this here I'm sharing from the company I'm associated with, and there's some companies that the U.S. Hemp Authority have certified. The first, I think it was 13, lots of applicants, but only 13 got the U.S. Hemp Authority stamp of certification for having good quality, having things like what's in the label is what's in the bottle, having been produced, the standard is acceptable and safe, okay? But it was just 13 companies. Inside there were farms, right, that are producing the actual plant. And then later on, I believe about 7 more, the last I checked, they had like about 20 companies out of the thousands of companies that are producing hemp products. And so you need to know that, it's one thing, a safe thing. There may be companies who have safe products, but didn't apply for the certification. But I don't know with you, I would feel safer if I know that company has received that certification, okay? And so these are two labels, and this is what you perhaps want to look for. Look at the ingredients here. This is something that says hemp CBD oil. Phytocannabinoid hemp oil. Phytocannabinoid came from the plant, right? And that's in there. And then here, the ingredients is the pressed hemp seed oil. So you have the oil from the seed. And then you have CBD-rich whole hemp extract, the extract from the whole plant, the stems, the stalks, the leaves, everything else. And a peppermint flavor, this peppermint flavor, that's it. Nothing else in the bottle, nothing else diluting it, nothing else added to it, just your CBD oil, just your hemp oil. This here is the isolate. Remember we talk about isolate where we remove the where the THC is removed. And just a CBD. Okay, here are the ingredients from that one, the isolate. Hemp-derived crystalline CBD and pressed hemp seed oil. Some hemp seed oil is in there. We do not have the whole hemp extract. We don't have the extract from the whole plant. It's CBD extracted with some of the oil from the seed and your flavoring inside it. That's it. You want to be using CBD oil where the ingredients says just that. Just that. Nothing else going into your system. But again, it's your choice at the end of the day. But my thing is to educate. And this is just an educational video. Another thing you want to be doing when you decide to shop and buy your CBD oil, know color. Color is important. If you think about it, the plant is green. If you're extracting from the plant, your oil should be somewhere near green, some kind of green color. And so the method that's being used to extract changes the color and the purity. Okay, and so here you see it is a distilled method, you have like 95% purity. The CO2 method, they assume about 65% purity, RSO method 85% purity. But just that, how it's extracted will show up in the color of the oil, and you probably want to stay as close as possible to that greenish color of the plant to be safe. Okay, to be safe. Now, when you use the isolate, where the CBD alone is isolated, it may be very clear. Okay, but just be conscious of that. That's something, again, education and knowledge. Just be conscious of that. Now, how you take it will determine how the benefit you get from it. Everybody is different, everybody's body is unique and is different, but there are different methods of taking it. So we have the oral method where it's swallowed and ingested in the GI system, like any medication or so. It passes through the liver and the digestive system. Now, what happens there's something called the first pass. When stuff passes through the liver, it's broken down. When you break down, you lose some of it. Some of it is not usable. And so only limited amounts of the oil get into your cells. And so has been found, studies have shown, with the oral method, and so you have things like gummies, and so you may want to eat. It has CBD inside, but the absorption will be like 6 to 15% of what you actually took ate. Your cells and the CB receptors don't get 100% of it, ever anyway, right? Intranasal, which is through your nostrils. You can get a spray, goes in there and through the mucosa in there. It goes into your bloodstream. You have a 34 to 46% absorption. And then I'm going to talk about that later. If you look at vaporization and smoking, some people have been vaping and interested in the vaping. Vaping is like smoking. It goes into the lungs and then it just gets into your bloodstream through your lungs. And studies have shown you have an average of about 40% absorption there. And then there's the oral mucosal method, and which is through the mouth, sublingual. You put it under your tongue, or you can put it in your cheeks, as we had form of a spray or the tinctures, which come as drops. You hold it under your tongue for 30 to 60 seconds, and it goes straight into the bloodstream from the best vessels inside there. And on average, studies found 35% absorption rate, but some studies found up to as much as 90% absorption rate. So how do you take it? If you take the drops under your tongue, 3 to 5 drops a day, twice a day, compared to chewing gummies, you find, it will be different. And it's how your body also processes it. So some person may say, okay, I got certain relief quickly. Some didn't get it as quickly. Does not mean that the product is not good or so. It could also mean the product is not good, right? But these things are things to know and to make a decision. How would I want to personally take my oil? Okay. And so that's in terms of usage. And I couldn't share this because of the whole hype. Some people may be not concerned, but very interested in investment. And why not? And why not? If you're into investment, making income, different income streams, the hemp-based CBD sales in the US are projected to be about 450 million by 2020. This is just one source that I found. And when they break it up, they say pharmaceuticals will probably be bringing in 40%, smoke shops, internet, other direct sales people, who sell directly, practitioners, doctors and stuff, okay, natural stores. And so it's going to be shifted, but they're looking at about 450 million. But I believe that is going to be much more than that because the company I'm associated with, my company, at the end of 2017, their sales was 10 million. At the end of 2018, it was 105 or so million. But this year, they've already hit the 250 million mark. So this projection is not as realistic. It's going to be $1 billion industry. So if you're someone who is into investing, who want to start a business, you may want to start your own business selling CBD oil and products, or you want to invest in the market, you need to know that this is something you definitely want to look into. Okay, again, can invest in minded, the time of the Yahoo Finance, Brightfield Group. They show some projection here of billions, okay? Billions by 2022. Again, here, this is the Brightfield Group again. They said it's predicted to grow by 40 times the current size by 2022. And so this is the time. The timing is now to probably start a business. If you're entrepreneurial and you want to, you're interested in making some extra money for yourself and your family, but also for helping people with healing in a natural way. This is something you want to consider. So, what if one bottle of oil could change your life? What would you do? You could be using it for yourself, for your overall health and wellness. It could be a family member bringing some comfort in their body and in their mind, psychological, physical comfort, or it could just be business, financial. Okay, so I trust that through this presentation you learned something about CBD. You're more educated, you're more knowledgeable, you can make some better informed decisions about what to do with it. If you have any further questions, my information is there. Thank you for your time. You can text, call, WhatsApp me on the number there, or send me an email, and I will surely respond to you. God bless you for your health, your wellness, and your holiness.